Hey everyone, Rowan here with yet another ENA theory video. We are so back. Last night, it occurred to me that Extinction Party may have revealed Moony to be a genie. Let me explain. The most glaring evidence is where Moony lives. At the beginning of the episode, ENA needs to pass a security check in order to even enter the building. Specifically, she's asked to provide a blood sample, just like she had to do to reach Runes. Then, we see her enter this couch, which we now know to be a door. And, as we all know, every door is tied to a genie. Then, we see ENA traverse a convoluted labyrinth just to reach Moony. It's similar to the long journeys we see to Runes and Temptation Stairway and the therapist in Power of Potluck, both of whom we can infer are also genies. As a reminder, here is Runes' door, and here is the therapist's. It seems that, apart from the pilot, every single ENA installment, be it a series episode or a game chapter, is about ENA's journey to reach a genie. And it seems that, in true exquisite genie fashion, Extinction Party's genie resides within an eye in the sky atop a very long flight of stairs with no railing that one must climb right after being intoxicated. I mean, come on, that cannot be a normal home, even by the standards of ENA's world. Although Extinction Party is where this theory is basically spelled out for us, there are some more pieces of evidence in other episodes. Throughout the series, we see that Moony is extremely egotistical and quick to put down others. Whenever she's in a crowd, she makes negative comments about the peasants, so to speak.
Look at the crowd today, ENA! Everyone's ugly. There are already some people here. What idiots.
And we already know that she has a very low tolerance for ENA's meltdowns, even calling her rude for vomiting, a bodily reflex out of her control.
Ugh, rude! You should ask before doing that, you know.
And she even says this about the great Runes himself right in front of him?
Seems like the bedroom of the great Runes. It's pretty lame though. And by the way, Runes doesn't look all that handsome in person.
Due to Mooney's better-than-thou attitudes, I already theorized years ago that she was some sort of nobility, and now it makes complete sense. The mortals around her are completely beneath her, and ENA, not a mortal, but not a god either, is but a toy she keeps around for amusement. Almost like a Pink Diamond and Spinel type situation. If you know, you know. Oh, and speaking of Spinel, I'm just gonna flash some images on screen real quick. Do we all see now why one of the wishes to Theodora is punish the moon? Speaking of which, let's talk about that wording. The moon. Perhaps Moony is just a nickname ENA came up with for her, and her true genie name is the moon. Since the dawn of civilization, real-life humans all around the world have viewed the moon as a god. There is literally a Wikipedia page called List of Lunar Deities that mentions several dozen sorted by continent. So maybe the moon is considered divine in ENA's world too. However, this theory still has one big hole. If Moony is a genie herself, why does she have to go to Runes to get her wish granted? I took into consideration that genies in other stories are unable to grant their own wishes, but that seems to be because they are subservient to the holders of their lamps. In ENA lore, genies are quite the opposite of subservient. They are god kings of entire domains. Maybe Moony had a crush on Runas, wanted an excuse to talk to him, and got the ick when she finally met him? I don't know. At this point in time, I'm honestly unsure how to answer this question, so if you have any ideas, please let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's about all I have to say on the matter, at least for now. If you have anything to add, feel free to do so, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!